You're just a dirty thief!
Dirty thief! Dirty thief!
No!
Dirty
It wasn't
thief!
me! I didn't do it! Guilty!
Guilty! Guilty! Guilty!
You know you always have to tell the truth, no matter what, Phoenix.
But I...
Now, please apologize to the class.
Hard to believe it's already Christmas. Come on, Santa. All I'm asking for this year is a new case. Oh. What the? What are you doing?
I'm trying to train, obviously.
I don't think I ever would have guessed that.
Well, serious heroes always train under a waterfall.
You look serious.
Hold on a second. This waterfall is kind of weak.
Maybe you should go to the fire station and have them hose you down. The water pressure would be more intense at least.
That's an amazingly brilliant idea!
I'm here at Gourd Lake, where authorities have discovered the body of a man who's been shot to death. This spot has been in the news recently due to some peculiar sightings of a large unknown animal that the locals have dubbed Gordy, a nod to the famed Nessie of
Gordy,
Scotland's
huh?
Loch Ness. Although some
It
claim
didn't
to have
work
seen
out.
this possibly prehistoric
What
beast
didn't?
in the waters of
The fireman just told me I was crazy.
Well, I could have told you that.
I have some breaking news. Sources inside the police department have revealed the name of the suspect now in custody. Notorious prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Although no motive is known at this time, he is being held for trial and named the prime suspect in this case.
What do you want?
I want to know what went down last night.
And why is that?
Because I want to lead your defense.
That's so. Sorry, I'll pass. The mere thought of a novice such as you acting as my attorney is preposterous.
But why?
I'll admit you have been lucky in the 3 cases that you've tried thus far, but you lack the experience and skill.
I think he's still mad because you beat him.
Regardless, I do not want you getting involved in this. Good day to you.
Really?
Just please tell me one thing. Tell the truth. You didn't do it, did you? Did you?
I'm telling you, don't get involved.
He acts like he's royalty, even though his kingdom is a freaking jail cell.
Well, that's just how he is.
If you think so too, then I don't understand why you'd want to defend him in the first place.
It's a long story, but I owe him one.
How so?
Another time. Let's go check things out at Gourd Lake.
Can you believe all the cops hanging out here?
They're investigating a crime scene, you know?
Has anybody found an actual lead on the case yet? Trial's tomorrow! We gotta find something that leads us to the bad guy! Now!
We already have Edgeworth in.
Can it, you?
Huh? Hello, Detective Gummy.
It's about time you showed up!
It is?
Let me show you around the crime scene a little bit since you're investigating for the defense and all.
Actually, we're kinda...
Now, walk with me!
He seems weird, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. This case has been like lawyer repellent. No one would take it on.
Nobody will take it? I wonder why.
Mr. Edgeworth is a celebrity, pal. You either win a case like this or flush your career down the toilet.
Exactly how solid is the case against him?
The police at large are totally convinced that he's our murderer. No one's putting their heart into the investigation.
Oh, seriously?
Well, I guess having you on his side is better than nobody. Ain't that right, Bub? The murder took place last night just after midnight. 2 men were out in a boat on the water. One of them shot the other dead at close range. Police showed up 5 minutes after the shot was heard and arrested Edgeworth, who was found already at the scene.
How did the police get here so fast?
Because somebody reported the incident immediately after they saw what had happened.
So are you telling me that there was actually an eyewitness to the murder?
Someone really saw Edgeworth shoot the other guy?
You know, I hate to be a tease, but that's confidential. That's all I can say.
If somebody identified Edgeworth on that boat, that might be all it takes to sink him.
You're the only hope he's got of shaking off this charge.
Although I asked to defend Edgeworth, he passed.
What? He wouldn't let you?
He said he didn't want us getting involved in the case. It sounded kind of threatening if you ask me.
Apparently, he doesn't think very highly of my skills as a defense attorney.
I can't believe that crap! I mean, you should have heard him after the Steel Samurai case. He kept complimenting you. I didn't even know he was capable of that.
He said nice things about me?
You gotta figure out a way to change his mind and let you take the case. You don't just wear that attorney's badge because you like the way it looks, right? You earned it!
I'll convince him.
What do you think impressed Edgeworth so much? Any idea? Well...
I couldn't tell you
Ho,
what.
ho, ho, Nicky boy. Merry Christmas, man.
You never told me you were friends with this creepy Santa Claus.
Don't be so ridiculous. Hurry up. Don't make eye contact.
Relax, bro, it's me!
Larry!
Who's Larry?
Oh, you're cute. So, Nicky, my boy, is she like yours?
What do you mean by mine?
My name's Maya Fey, and I run the show at Wright & Company Law Offices, so he's kinda mine.
You run the show?
Well, pleased to meet you, Maya. Here! Merry Christmas!
Thanks a lot!
So, what's the story on the getup?
Isn't it obvious? It's part of my gig, man! I'm selling Butts Original Samurai Buns!
Check it out, Nick! It's the Steel Samurai! And he is freaking huge!
That thing pulls in the younger customers like crazy. A murder? I was working out here late last night, but I don't know anything.
I've got bad news.
Worse than there was a murder?
You could say that. The police made an arrest. Their prime suspect is Miles.
Huh?
So why would Larry care that Edgeworth was arrested for the murder?
Whoa! Edgy?
What? Do you know Edgeworth?
For a long time. In fact, the three of us were in elementary school together. The Butts, Mr. Wright, and Miles the Edge. Everywhere around school, the kids were talking about us. The Three Signal Samurai!
Miles was a bookworm, studying all the time. He wanted to be just like his father when he grew up. I suppose his dad was pretty well known back in the day.
Oh, so his father was a prosecutor too?
Yeah, Edgy's old man was a defense attorney.
Well, he grew up to be the complete opposite of that.
How so?
He's a big-time prosecutor these days.
Whoa, are you yanking my chain? What the heck is up with that, Nicky?
Are you okay?
Well, good luck getting him out of this one. For real.
I wonder if one of the men rented a boat from this place.
Larry said the guy that rents them out lives here, so let's ask. Is anybody home?
I guess that's a no.
Bet they must be raking in the dough, you know? 'Cause of Gordy, right?
Who in the heck is Gordy?
Huh? You gotta be kidding me, Nick! Gordy is a huge monster that lives in this lake and probably one of the biggest mysteries of our time.
Sounds like an urban myth.
I know, he's real! Look here. See? There's even a photograph to prove it!
There it is.
Told you so. Between him and this case, Gourd Lake is pretty hot right now.
I wouldn't put it that way. So, that's Gordy, is it?
It looks like we're standing where the picture was taken. I wish that he'd pop his head out and say hello. Huh? This camera is intense.
The microphone's no joke either. I'd bet that it triggers the camera whenever it picks up a sound out there.
Let's test it out. Hi, Gordy. I'm Nick. Mr. Gordy, can you read me, buddy?
All right, I think that's enough of that.
I know. This might work. Merry Christmas!
Hey! Y'all better not be messing with my camera. Oh, why the heck are you setting off a party popper? Lord, y'all know what a pain it was to set this thing up? I know people think all Southerners are lazy, but we just value our downtime more.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, can you tell me about your setup?
The mic here makes the camera snap a pic whenever it picks up a loud bang or pop like from earlier.
Loud bang?
Hold on a sec. There's a quote here in the article. Right before I took this picture, I heard a loud sound, so I tried to get a photo as quick as I
The
could.
pic of Gordy?
It says the experts think that sound must have been the monster's roar.
So you're here to get pictures of Gordy too?
Yeah, that couple there got a blurry pic because they didn't know what they was looking for, and they didn't actually see the dang creature. I don't care that it's Christmas, so I've been staking out this spot around the clock for 3 days straight, because in my opinion, Christmas ain't got nothing on a whole lot of dollar.
She's here just to make
A
money.
lot of dollar.
Hey, speaking of Lotta, my name's Lotta Hart. All I can tell you about the murder is some hotshot lawyer got the rap for it.
We don't know for certain that he's guilty.
Did you happen to see or hear anything that struck you as unusual last night?
Well, I've been here a couple of 3 days, and I don't recall anything too weird.
Your camera. You said that it's triggered by loud noises. Maybe it got a picture of the murder.
Well, I reckon there's a pretty good chance of that. Let me take a look.
Whoa, that was quick!
Looks like it took a couple of pictures last night. First one is a bust, but the second may have hit the jackpot!
Would you show it to me?
Hell nah! I ain't just gonna hand over my big-time scoop to some stranger.
We just want to peek.
Yeah, what I should do is show it to the cops, pronto.
The cops?
I forgot until I saw this here picture, but I witnessed the murder go down. When you see something like that, you tell the fuzz. It's my civic duty. Smell you later!
Don't run away, Lotta!
What exactly did you see last night?
That's between me and the popo!
I guess we should go to the police too. Hopefully the detective found some new evidence out here.
Right.
Here's the autopsy. The victim died instantly from a shot fired at point-blank range.
Thank you, sir.
We haven't been able to get a positive ID on the body yet, though.
Anyway, nothing really matters unless Edgeworth decides to let me take the case. I get the feeling that he's hiding something.
I swear I know who this is.
So, are you gonna fill me in?
I met him before at the law firm that my sister used to work for.
The place before she opened her practice? Grossberg's office?
You had a question for me, my boy? Ask away. I'd be more than happy to help with whatever you may need from me.
Thank you very much.
So, what have you got?
Sir, do you know this man?
Oh, he used to be an attorney in my firm, but he quit quite a long time ago.
What is his name?
It's Robert Hammond. Is he in some kind of trouble?
It's much worse than that. He was just found murdered.
Oh, no! Tell me, is he the victim in the Edgeworth case?
Yes.
Oh, I can't believe it. He really killed Hammond.
I don't believe it, Mr. Grossberg.
How did it all end up like this?
Wait a second. Is there some kind of connection between Edgeworth and Hammond? I need to know if there is.
It's the DL6 incident.
I'm not familiar with that.
I knew it.
DL6 is the sorting code the police gave to this case. It was a murder that took place 15 years ago. Robert Hammond was the lead defense lawyer in the ensuing trial.
What does this old case have to do with Edgeworth?
It's a sad tale. And the victim in this crime was none other than Edgeworth's father.
Really?
Gregory Edgeworth was one of the most respected defense lawyers of that time. But sadly, he was shot and killed right before his son's eyes.
Miles was there?
Gregory was amazing in the courtroom. At the time, he was locking horns with Manfred von Karma, the god of prosecutors. The murder occurred right in the middle of the trial. I'm sure he died with regrets, because Edgeworth was the only one who had a chance of shutting von Karma down.
Von Karma, huh?
Gregory Edgeworth's sudden death must have come as quite a shock to the prosecutor. He canceled everything the day after the murder, which was out of character for him.
So that was unusual.
In his entire 40-year career, that's the only day von Karma has ever taken off. His actions after the murder show the amount of respect he must have had for Edgeworth. He even adopted the young Master Miles, who had nowhere else to go.
Is that so?
Edgeworth's murder investigation hit a dead end, but after some time a suspect was arrested and put on trial. And Hammond was the one who defended him in court. It was a stellar defense, and the suspect was found not guilty. The case went cold. It has not been solved to this day, 15 years later.
It is a very compelling story, but I honestly don't see why Edgeworth would murder Robert Hammond.
Hammond ensured his father's killer walked away a free man. It's understandable that he would hold a grudge against him.
But
It wasn't only Miles that was affected. That case ruined many lives in its wake. Not least among them was yours, Maya, and your poor sister Mia.
Maya and Mia were involved in the case too?
When the investigation hit that dead end, the police were desperate to find a lead, so they ended up secretly enlisting the aid of a spirit medium.
And the medium was related to them?
The girl's dear mother. Her name was Misty Fey. She channeled Gregory Edgeworth's spirit, and he identified the culprit, a man that was trapped in the elevator with him that day. When Hammond exposed this secret in the courtroom, he accused the police of using a fraudulent spirit medium to frame their suspect. Though Misty's channeling was only to generate a lead and never intended to be used as evidence, the accusations stuck and ruined her reputation. She disappeared shortly thereafter.
That channeling was meant to be done in secret, but somebody on the inside leaked it to the defense. Mia wanted to find out who that was and left our family's home, and went to law school.
Please forgive me. This has weighed on me for so long. I was the one who leaked that info. I sold it to Red White, the CEO of Blue Corp.
You sold it to Red White?
He sold that info to Hammond. Misty, he used it to humiliate her and the police. White's threatened to expose me and my weakness for the last 15 years.
So, when Mia came to you as a student, was she aware of all this?
She was. She put everything on the line to save my skin. No, to save everyone who was a victim of White's blackmail schemes. She worked so hard.
And she created a list of all his wrongdoings, his crimes.
When Red White discovered what she was up to, he killed her to hide his dirty secrets. Please find it in your heart to forgive me, Maya.
The women in my family have always been sensitive to the spirit world. My mother and my sister were no exceptions to this rule. It's up to me to carry on the tradition, but my powers seem to be getting weaker with each passing day.
They are?
Yeah, I can't even get in touch with my sister anymore.
Is that why you were training? I'm so sorry.
No more moping! Let's go back to the jail and talk to Edgeworth!
Miles Edgeworth, you have visitors.
What is it now?
You should hear me out this time, because I know about the DL6 incident.
You certainly covered a fair amount of ground in less than a day. Still single-minded. Once you start something, you see it through to the end. That night, Hammond asked to meet with me. It had been 15 years since our paths had crossed. He said he had new information about DL6.
So then, you were present at the crime scene.
We got in a boat and set out on the water. But before he told me anything, I heard gunfire. Immediately after that, he was nowhere to be found.
Who shot him?
I don't know. In a daze, I picked up the pistol by instinct. Earlier I said, I don't want you to get involved in the case, so leave. It's my problem alone.
I want to know the whole truth behind the DL6 case, too. I have to know what happened.
Who are you?
I am the youngest daughter of Misty Fey.
What? You are? So you're connected to the case by the spirit medium?
I truly understand why you would want to keep that door closed. I felt the same way. But things have changed, and the truth can set us free. We can't live like this anymore.
Set you free.
Nick, Detective Gumshoe, and I all have total faith that you didn't kill anyone. So put some faith in us! We'll fight to save your life because we believe in you. I'm asking you to change your mind and let him defend you.
Very well. It pains me to have to make this request of you, but I have no other choice in the matter. Will you defend me?
You can count on me.
Who could have ever guessed this day would come?
I'm glad I finally get my chance to repay you.
For what? What did I do?
Never mind, we can talk about that later.
This will not be easy.
I know.
You have no idea. You've never faced him, the living god of prosecutors.
You mean Manfred von Karma?
Hold on. Your mentor is leading the case against you?
A 40-year career, and he's never lost a single case. His skills are not of this earth. Manfred von Karma will do anything in his power to ensure victory. Anything.
Action! The trial in the Cord Lake murder is underway, and this time Miles is facing the wrath of the prosecution as his mentor Von Karma relentlessly pursues a guilty verdict. He hasn't lost in 40 years. I firmly believe in my client's innocence, but will that be enough? His cunning is on full display as he corners Edgeworth and me. How will I find a path that leads to justice? Find the contradictions, believe in the truth. Next episode, Turnabout Goodbyes, second trial. Take that!